If you are a teacher, parent, administrator, student, and/or anyone who loves reconnecting children with nature, and you want to figure out how to cultivate learning gardens and nature-based curriculum, then this is the podcast, the Outdoor Classrooms podcast. My name is Victoria Hackett. I am the founder of Outdoor-Classrooms.com and the Secret Gardens Nature Classes. I love witnessing the magic that happens when children are playfully learning outdoors. Observing the return of wonder and curiosity when children are interacting with nature is pure magic. This is the podcast that is going to help you capture children's interest and give you not only inspiration, but some real life strategies that are going to help you figure out how to use the outdoor space, your outdoor space, as a teaching tool, so you can enlighten the playful learning experience for young children. Welcome to our Outdoor Classrooms community. Hello, everybody. It's Victoria Hackett here. If you are new around here, I want to reintroduce myself. I'm the founder of Outdoor Classrooms. I'm the host of the Outdoor Classrooms podcast. I facilitate the Circle membership community. And really, my mission is to provide resources for educators and parents to create outdoor classrooms, therefore to teach outdoors, to take children outdoors so every child in every school can have access to an outdoor classroom. This mission, my purpose came later in life, actually. I've always been an educator, but it truly came when I became a parent. And when my children were in preschool and kindergarten, there was a desolate courtyard outside the front door of their elementary school. And I thought to myself, what if that could be a children's garden or an outdoor classroom? I have a mentor, once a mentor, always a mentor, Phil Solomon, who had also created an incredible courtyard garden at the Chenery Middle School in Belmont, Massachusetts. And this school was in Beverly, Massachusetts, in the North Shore. And the experience transformed my whole philosophy of education. It led me to what I am doing today, because when we did create that outdoor classroom, it was a huge community effort, which in turn allowed me to witness the magic that happens when children are outdoors and connecting with nature. So we planted a pizza garden. We planted an herb garden. I wrote a grant, and we got a shed. And it was a little bit like a domino effect. Once we started, I didn't really know what we were doing. And I went on this crusade to learn as much as I possibly could. And so here I am. So today's episode, we are going to be talking about and diving into how seasonal changes can transform our outdoor classrooms and enhance learning experiences. We're going to be spotlighting an upcoming workshop called April Showers, Creative Activities for Rainy Days. And I'm also going to be highlighting the upcoming Exploring Nature in Spring Masterclass, which is part of our new Outdoor Classrooms Teacher Certification Program. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But first, I wanted to talk about the importance of seasonal activities and really discuss how each season offers unique learning opportunities that are linking activities to natural events. For example, we are now coming into spring at this recording. So we're coming out of a very challenging winter, but even though it was challenging, it had incredible opportunities for learning. And now we're going into spring, and the earth is starting to bloom again. And again, also thinking about what happens in the fall with the leaves falling, in autumn, and so on and so forth. So each season offers something completely unique. And when we can highlight the educational value of observing seasonal cycles with children, when we can help students develop a deeper understanding of the environment and sustainable practices, that is what it's all about to me. That is it. Children need to have a relationship with each of the seasons and not just go out and enjoy the outdoors during the warm weather months, and that we can do a full year outdoors. And what does that feel like, and how can we do that? So the reason why we do this is because there's incredible benefits, and I'm probably most likely speaking to the choir, but if you don't realize that, the benefits are just the incredible cognitive and emotional benefits, such as improved attention, reduced stress, and enhanced mood. The seasonal activities encourage hands-on learning and can cater to different learning styles. So with that, again, anecdotally, I have heard stories over and over and over about children that aren't functioning very or thriving indoors in their outdoor classrooms at their desks. And when you take them outside, they are the leaders. They're the ones that are coming up with all the different unique ideas and independent thinking. So it works. And again, there's so much research to back this concept and all the benefits as well. So over time, again, with my journey into outdoor classrooms, I threw a lot of my kids in the car in my little minivan and went around and started exploring programs and outdoor classrooms, and as much as I could possibly learn about the functionality of outdoor classrooms, the benefits of outdoor classrooms, what were the elements that needed to be in outdoor classrooms, and really learned about the 4 different types of teaching gardens. We're not going to get into that today, but I just want to highlight that in our Exploring Nature in Spring Masterclass, which is now a part of our Outdoor Classrooms Teacher Certification Program. The Outdoor Classrooms Teacher Certification Program has 3 different steps. The first step is the Outdoor Teaching Bootcamp, and that introduces the 5 phases of teaching outdoors. And the second step is the Explore Nature Seasonal Masterclass Bundle. And that bundle is a part of 4 seasonal masterclasses, and one of the seasons is spring. As we record this episode, we are now entering spring, and our upcoming Exploring Nature in Spring Masterclass is right around the corner. So once you purchase one seasonal masterclass, you get all 4. And again, the benefits of this are astronomical. It's truly equipping you as the educator or parent to utilize your outdoor spaces effectively for diverse teaching experiences. And as I said before, in each of these spring masterclasses, we look at these 4 different types of gardens, teaching gardens, and what we can do in those teaching gardens during that specific season. So it's exciting. It's exciting to think about. Secondly, we also each month, I offer a new 1-hour workshop. So it's a brand new workshop. If you are a Circle member in our community, that workshop comes as a part of your membership. So you not only get all the workshops that have been created, I think there's over 45 at this point, but you also get a brand new workshop, which is live once a month. And this month, it being April, we have a workshop called April Showers, Creative Outdoor Adventures for Rainy Days. And what do you know? It's a rainy day as I'm recording this. And I think it's going to be a rainy day when my kiddos come to our Outdoor Classroom Secret Garden. So this workshop is a wonderful tool to think about, again, how our seasons are changing and how we can adapt to make sure that we are still getting outdoors to enjoy all that spring or whatever season that you're in has to offer. So in this season, in say spring, it allows us to truly understand the role of rain in ecosystems. So in that workshop, that's what we're going to be looking at in terms of really understanding the role of rain and how rain can be another teacher. So we'll have different activities that you can do for all different ages. And we're also going to be talking about just encouraging experiential learning through direct interaction with the weather phenomenon. And you'll leave with lots of different rainwater just activities and exercises. One example is the rainwater collection projects, guiding students on building simple rain gauges and discussing the importance of water conservation. So again, it's things like that each season you can only do in that season. So you wouldn't necessarily maybe get a lot of rain in the summer. Thinking about the winter that we just came out of, you can't necessarily do a lot of the cold weather activities with ice and mud kitchen. If there's water in the mud kitchen, it filled up with ice when it got super duper cold. Those type of things is what we're talking about, truly taking advantage of these seasonal changes. So again, the teacher certification program has that second step, which is the 4 seasonal masterclass bundle. The final step is the Teaching Beyond Walls capstone course, and that's an incredible course. We have our first cohort graduating May 1st, which is very exciting. And this course has pillars, 4 different pillars that educators go through and learn about. And ultimately, they get to choose a final project, something that it could be anything, something that they are or you are incredibly excited about, want to research more about, and that's what you do. And then you come up with a creative way to present it to the group. And this is our first cohort going through, and we are inviting our Circle membership community to come to that presentation evening and just cheer their cohort on. So it's an incredible opportunity for learning and learning what other educators are learning about and their presentations. So highlighting and just looking at those pieces. So with that, I also just want to highlight that the implementing these seasonal activities into your program and into your outdoor classroom is possible. And the way that I do it is by truly looking at the 4 different types of teaching gardens. That's the framework that we use. And that is how I look at the seasons. That is how I look at the design of an outdoor classroom. That is how I look at pretty much everything. So those 4 different types of teaching gardens are the gardens that feed. So again, as we go into the spring, we're leaving winter, we're going into spring, and it's thinking about what do we grow in that garden during the spring, what and how and when, and all of those questions in the gardens that feed. And then the next garden is the gardens that attract wildlife. And again, it's thinking about the monarch butterflies. What do we need? What type of plants do we need to attract certain birds, and again, during a specific season. The next one we talk about is the gardens for art and beauty. And it takes a little bit of forward planning and thinking, as we have tulips that are coming up at the moment. So you have to think about, okay, when do we plant the tulips so we can enjoy them in the next season? For some forward thinking about that. That's all of what we talk about in our Circle membership community, in a lot of our courses, in the Exploring Nature in Spring Masterclass. And yeah, so we have our gardens for art and beauty, and that can also be art shows, and which we've also had. And how do you do an art show? How do you incorporate nature-based art into an art show into your outdoor classroom? It's again this beautiful domino effect that once you sort of start one project, you're like, oh, we'll go to the next one and the next one and the next one. So trying out all of these different things and getting that support from other educators from all over the country that are doing similar things, like-minded educators doing similar things where you're all cheering each other on. It's incredible. So the final garden, the 4th garden, is the gardens as outdoor learning stations. So those are the mud kitchens and the water walls and the fishing bridge and the makerspace garden. Those gardens have so many opportunities for creating these invitations for learning, is what I call them. The experience in each of those 4 different types of gardens and all of the different elements within the gardens for outdoor learning stations, each of those offers different opportunities, different seeds of inspiration, different invitations for learning during each season, because the season changes the landscape in those types of gardens. And so therefore, instead of saying, oh, it's raining out, we can't go out, it's part of, you want to be able to adapt and adjust and to pivot and think, oh, I'll just pull this out of my curriculum on the go instead because it's raining today. So that type of thinking is what we want to aim for. So again, my final thing that I wanted to share with you today is to think about, and this is what we talk a lot about in our capstone, our Teaching Beyond Walls capstone course, is community. How can you bring in your community, your school community, your community beyond your school walls, within your neighborhood, or even online? Are there other outdoor classroom programs that you can connect with, or pen pals, and thinking about your community? And then you think about, expanding your community, and that the climates might be different in, different parts of the world. And how can you expand your outdoor classroom into this greater, larger, extended community? So I'd like to leave you with that thought. And my call to action is to encourage you to sign up for our the Circle membership community. Second is to check out the Outdoor Classroom Certification Program. And if you want to learn more about that, to sign up for a one-on-one call with myself. You can find my calendar on our website at www.outdoor-classrooms.com. And I'd love to talk to you further, answer any of your questions. It's a complete complimentary call. And finally, if you are interested to join us and try one of our 1-hour workshops, you get a participation certificate. We respect your time, so we want to make sure that you earn that certificate at the end. So that's it. So again, there's many, many different ways to get involved. Most importantly, subscribe to our Seedling News newsletter, which is a weekly newsletter that goes out that has all this information in it, plus different activities that you can be doing throughout the season. So without further ado, enjoy the day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you for joining us for today's episode. Before we sign off, we have an exciting opportunity for educators looking to bring learning to life outdoors. Consider enhancing your teaching journey with the Outdoor Classrooms Teacher Certification Program. This program empowers educators to transform any outdoor space into a dynamic learning environment. By joining, you'll gain skills to inspire students and foster a deeper connection with the natural world. Interested in making a difference with outdoor learning? Visit www.outdoor-classrooms.com to learn more about enrolling in the certification program. Don't miss the chance to expand your teaching toolkit and inspire the next generation with the joy of outdoor education. Thank you for listening, and remember to subscribe to our podcast for more inspiring content. Until next time, keep inspiring young minds.